It's that time again. Time to spark your creativity so you can share your love. I made up another Easter card just because I came across a punch that I'd forgotten I had. And it's a basket. And we give out Easter baskets. And so it's also a spinner card. List of supplies is below if you're on my blog. There's a link for my blog if you're on my YouTube channel. And my white card will flash by as I head to the craft table. I'll see you there. Here's the Easter card I was talking about. I was making another spinner card. I made a spinner card for a friend and they had so much fun messing with it. I'd walk by their office and see them twirling it back and forth as they were working on their computer. It was kind of cute. Anyway, this is the punch I was talking about, and it made a really cute basket, and it took me a bit to figure out what it, what it was. Because when you punch it, it leaves the basket attached. And then you have to cut it out. And so I figured it out finally after who knows how many times. But I thought it made a cute little Easter basket. We're going to make another one of these, except I'm going to do it in So Saffron instead of the Coastal Cabana. And here's my card base. The card base is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. The white piece that goes on the top, of course, is the 4 inches by 5 1/4, so that you get the nice frame. Now, before I put the attach the basket or punch out my window word punch, so I have my little trail for the chickie to go on, I want to make sure I mark where my basket's going to be. You can do this with a pencil, or you can do it by punching out the basket from a post-it note and then just using it as a mask. Today I'm just going to do it as a pencil. All right. I'm going to use the 4 Peeps sake, and I've seen my fave ladies cutting the stamps apart so that they could use them, and it always panicked me to try it. I decided that this was the perfect time to try it. So I have my little chick, and he's cut apart from his flower, and you can still fit him right back in there, and if I need to use the whole thing, they fit together like a puzzle on the block, and I can still use it as the trio. I just wanted him all by his little lonesome. And I'm going to punch him and stamp him in crushed curry, so he's a little darker, and just kind of popping out of the basket. I got him, and then I've got a scrap piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to stamp the little guy that's still in the egg on my scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to do him in crushed curry also, so I can punch him out. And so this little guy doesn't get all lonely. I picked my favorite egg decorations and used them in the basket. And I'll need that one. And I'm just going to do them one at a time because I want them different colors. This one, Stereo Wonder. This one I'm doing in Marina Mist. And then the last one, I'm doing it in a bright strawberry slush. And I'm going to use crushed curry. And stamp it right here so that I can make my little sentiment. All right, got those on. They've had time to dry, so I can erase this. And I was going through, and I have an old stamp from my very first set of stamps that I ever bought, and I was trying to figure out where I got them. Because there was like 12 of them, and they had the grass, flowers, cupcakes, strawberry, that kind of stuff. And I was like, the grass will work great. So here we go. And that was my very first Stampin' Up! Set of stamps. All right, take the basket, grab some dimensionals. I just want a little tiny dimensional on the top of the handle so that I don't have to worry about it bending as I'm sending it to somebody. So I'm cutting off this little tiny piece right there on the edge. And then I'll use my paper piercer to remove it and attach it to the handle. And it should be small enough to pretty much stay out of. There we go. All right, now before I do that, I grabbed some of the So Saffron ribbon, and I'm just going to make a little knot. Every little girl loves to have a ribbon on her basket. Sorry, those dimensionals really love giving me a hard time. And then there we go. Grab our word window punch. Line it up right there with that edge. And just punch it out. Because we want him to look like he's running away in the grass. And then take this little guy, and you can see the feet from the first one I punched out. I want his feet gone. And then I got my 2 pennies. All right. And that on there. And then I'm going to put the other one on, not yet, on there. And then in my opinion, they do look kind of like funny with their white beaks and their white eyes. So I use the In Color markers from 2013 to 2015. And this is the Calypso Coral. And I just colored in his beak. And then I use the Island Indigo for the eyes. So we got all sorts of colors going on with this one. All right. Pull that off. And then line it up like so. Line the pennies up. And then attach your runaway to the top of the penny. Now comes more fun. Using the edge of the dimensionals, you're going to want to reinforce right where those pennies are going to be rolling. So put a strip there. And a strip there. You don't want them touching the pennies, but you want them as close as possible so that it doesn't rip your window word punch area. And then of course, more dimensionals to attach it to the front. And there we go. Press down on all the dimensionals so that you make sure it's stuck. And kind of shake this around. It'll take a bit to get him loosened up to where he shakes good. There you go. Now, this part, we're going to use the decorative label bracket punch. And I punched out the sentiment. I grab my Coastal Cabana and I punch out one of those. And then I go ahead and grab this saffron and punch out one of those. And then I learned this nifty little trick from Poodles. We're just going to offset them. So put that one there. And sorry, but we do have an ice cream truck that goes through in the neighborhood occasionally. And he seems very loud today. And then don't worry about being too picky. Just kind of stick it on there. Put that one on there. And then put a couple on the back. One more. There we go. And then just kind of stick that on there. And you got your Happy Hoppy Easter with your runaway chick. Who got out of the basket and is running away. Of course, he's not running his way away as well as this one. So if you make one of these Easter cards, I would love to see a picture of it. You can send it to me in email. You can send it to me on Instagram. Any place. Show me what you did. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please remember to hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you for the next project. Bye.